Hello YouTube, it's Andrew the Bearded Giant and we're starting a live stream live from the shed, and it's January 31st, Thursday, and you all know what that means. Yesterday was the 30th. I'm assuming we can do a quick sound and video check to make sure everything is good. Is everything good? Good. Oh, hello from Long Island. I'm in the Great Pacific Northwest. And so is Jay from Almost Homestead. He is also in the Great Pacific Northwest, although slightly north of here. Oh, so I'm going to mention this maybe a couple of times today or in the stream. Dave and Amanda are having a premiere video 1 hour from now. So when my live stream ends, we'll all move over and enjoy their premiere video. There's a link in my description, and I'll mention this again later on as we get closer. He said your name was... Yay. I got distracted. Oh, and I'm going to check while we're here. As of about 10 minutes ago, yes, Dave and Amanda have 994 subscribers over at Bois Homestead. If you haven't subscribed, open another tab and take a look at their channel, and if their content seems interesting to you, subscribe. They're really good folks, and they have some good content. So, yes. Okay. So, hopefully you all have seen my latest video that I put out, I think on Tuesday. I already forgot the name of it. What was the name of that video? Let me get the name. The Bearded Giant versus Small Cars at the Portland International Auto Show. So, this is the second video I've done of this nature. Last year I did one as well. No, not fat guy in a little car, even though that's really what it is. A friend of mine from work, Michael, he came with me last year and filmed me getting into small cars, and he did the same this year. And it was a lot of fun. You know, we got to see some cars, and I have so much footage. I probably have an hour's worth of footage, but I can't put, I can't make a video that long because no one's gonna watch it. Just me getting into small cars over and over. So I picked out some of the kind of more fun ones. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's only a 2-minute long video. And I had some of my friends, and I know a couple of you shared the link to the video also on their Facebook page, and that really boosted the views of this video. And I want to thank all of you who did that. And if you haven't seen the video, go check out the video. And if you like it, feel free to share a link on your Facebook page or on your Twitter page or whatever, because this is a video that is, it's not about welding, it's not about DIY stuff, it's just a general kind of good-hearted, fun video that's suitable for everyone. And yeah, I like to do that once in a while. So I saw a couple of questions, so let me check this out. Did the volume just change? I saw something come up volume-wise on my computer. Okay. Fat guy in a little car. No. Two questions. Did you see anyone else filming or perhaps making videos? How much of a celebrity did I feel like? So, some of you know about Portland, and some of you have assumptions about Portland, and they're probably correct. Portland is a hipster city. It is, oh, shoot. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so man, I got, I am using my cellular service, my data for this, instead of Wi-Fi, because last week it did better. If I really am getting a lot more buffering, I can try to switch back over to Wi-Fi, because I one data point of buffering, and so I switched to my data plan, and it seemed to do better. And maybe it's not. Now I'm not getting any response from you guys. Does that mean that I'm not getting through? It says my stream status is good. My bit rate is good. Well, shooty shoot. Hi, Joseph. Thanks for okay. I have just switched over to Wi-Fi. I really apologize for the technical difficulties we're having. So, everyone take a moment, hit refresh on their computer or phone, and let us try this again. Oh man, this is frustrating. All right. Biscuit, 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 biscuit. Okay, I think you should try refreshing. This makes for a less than fun moment here. Okay, let's see if I can continue on where I left off. I had fun making the video. I did it a year before, and I'll do it again next year. And I have invited Gary, the bearded woodworker, to join next year. I actually invited him this last weekend and the week before, and he okay. I seem better. Okay. Good. All right. So I had a good time making the video. My buddy Michael came from work and he filmed it. And I have tons of footage, but I didn't want to make a long video because I don't think people's attention span would be long enough to watch 30 minutes of me getting into small cars. So I kept it to about 2 minutes. And I did say biscuits twice. Tick on my ear. Tick on my ear. I have earrings, Bob. Is that what you're talking about? You know, I'm one of those hipster guys I'm not a hipster. Anyway, back to hipsters, what I was talking about. So Sam asked if there were other people at the auto show filming. And when we got there were two guys who were filming, and they were total hipsters with the tight jeans and the coiffed beard and the handlebar mustache and the fancy hat thing. And yeah, but those were the only other two guys filming, and neither one of them were big. They were both small people. So, back to what I was saying. I had some of you and some other friends share the video on their Facebook, and it really gave me a good boost. And for those of you who are creators, know that Facebook is not great for promoting videos because they don't want you to leave their platform, which is understandable. But I still got quite a few views right out of the gate from the Facebook posts. So if you haven't done it and you want to share a funny, silly video, please feel free to share it on your Facebook. I won't ask you to share ever any of my welding videos or other stuff, but maybe, you know, fat man getting in a small car, or two fat guys going down a hill in a go-kart, something like that. I think my saying biscuit, biscuit, biscuit has now started a chat thread. Yeah, I know, Sam, I should be asking you to share in every video. But to be honest, my content is not for everyone. I mean, I know I'm a personable guy and everyone should see me, but really some of the shop time and motorcycle time I do, not everyone's into, but hopefully everyone's into seeing a fat guy in a small car, because that's funny. Biscuits and spam. You need to deal with that tick. I don't know what you're talking about with a tick. Tick, tick. Do I really have something on my ear, or are you guys pulling my leg? Did you all get together and, oh, it's their version of a squirrel? Okay. Oh. Okay. This is a video of me laughing. Now I'm getting red in the face. Woo. Okay. So when I went down on Saturday to the auto show, when I went down to the auto show, I don't, at the convention center, I didn't want to pay for parking over there because it's so expensive, as you guys can imagine. So if you park away maybe 8-10 blocks or more in kind of the industrial area of that neighborhood, the parking's free on the weekends. You pay Monday through Friday, but weekends it's free. So I parked at a store called Woodcrafters, and some of you probably know a Woodcrafters in your area. it's like a woodworker's dream in there with the tools and wood and glues, adhesives, and all that stuff. When I had my contracting business, I would go into Woodcrafters and buy my Festool supplies. I used to have 3 Festool vacuum machines and various sanders. So various sanders, because working in that HEPA sanders, HEPA vacuum, working in people's homes, and if you sand woodwork or sand a patch, you don't want the dust to get in their home. And these worked great. They really worked great. So anyway, I went into Woodcrafters to check out what they got going on, and holy cow, Festool tools are really expensive now. Like $800, $900. Really, they're really proud of their stuff. What's unfortunate is when I closed my business, I got rid of 2 of the vacuums. I kept 1. I should have kept the bigger one, but I kept the smaller one, thinking I'm not going to be doing this for a living, and so I kept the smaller one, just thinking as a homeowner it'd be great. But now that I have built my little shed shop thing, I kind of wish I kept a bigger one. I'm going to pull that out here. Hey, good night, Food Fortis Permaculture. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to watch this later when it's been fully recorded. Anyway, when I was I'm scatterbrained. And I blame some of this on you guys for making me scatterbrained. You and your ticks and all that. So they had this attachment that goes on top of the vacuum that is the vortex deal that people use for dust collection in their shops. Cyclone. Thank you. Cyclone. And it's made by Festool to sit on a Festool machine, and that way you don't fill up your little HEPA vac bags so quickly, because those are expensive. Anyway, so I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I asked, does it fit on the small machine? And they said, yes, of course. And so I asked how much, and I think they said like $495. And I was like, thank you, but no thank you. So I kind of did some other research, and there's another company out there that makes a knockoff version that fits on you guys, you guys are killing me. That fits on the Festool, and they want $250 for it, which is more reasonable, but still kind of spendy. So I think I'm going to do some digging around and see if I can't come up with something, maybe with a 5-gallon paint bucket and some strategically placed holes and a baffle or 2, and make my own cyclone adapter. But see, it would be nice because the Festool has an auto on off, so that when you turn your tool on, it starts the vacuum, and when you turn your tool off, it stops the vacuum, which is really nice, especially in a small space like this where you don't want the vacuum running all the time and it's noisy. Oh, let's see how many people are hanging out in here now. I'm thinking maybe 20 some or something like that. Dust Deputy makes one. So I'll talk to you off the air. I'll talk to you off the air, Sam, about the Dust Deputy. But Jay just posted. Thank you, Gary. He is my brother from a different mother. Thanks, Gary. I'll go see if I can't buy a squirrel. Thank you. Squirrel. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Bois Homestead. Apparently, they are up to 997 subscribers. 3 more. Call your cousin. Call the pool guy who comes over, because I know you all have pools and have a pool guy. Call the pool guy and have him subscribe to Bois Homestead, and let's get them right over that. Yeah, I see that super chat. Gary, you are a blessed soul. Oh yeah, Gary. That's Gary, the bearded woodworker over there, and he. I'm gonna spill the beans, just so you guys know. Gary owed me $20, so I told him he could pay me back in 4 super chats. I won't get the full 20 back because, you know, YouTube takes a cut. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I kicked the camera. You guys are killing me. I'm killing myself. Ice skating rink. Oh, yeah, you guys are having quite a cold snap. So, what did the snowman say to the other snowman? Do you smell carrots? All right. How do snowmen greet each other? They say it's ice to meet you. So those 2 snowman silly jokes are for all of you who are out in the snowmageddon that's going on out there out there in the middle of the country. All right, Gary, where do snowmen keep their money? Don't keep me in suspense. Oh, all right. Oh, wow, I'm buffering on my end. Hopefully you guys aren't. In a snowbank. Oh, in a snowbank. Lake Inferior is about 4 feet of ice with 4 feet of snow on top of it. Holy cow, 4 feet, that's really thick. So what is your pond? Maybe, what's a pirate's favorite letter? That would be R. So fix it with biscuit. It's good that you came in. Thanks. That's Corey, and Corey lives here in Oregon as well, and he lives out in the Columbia River Gorge, and he's invited Gary, the bearded woodworker, and I to come over to his shop and forge a knife. He does DIY garage work, and apparently he has a forge and an anvil and all that set up, and he has recently put out a video of making a knife with a railroad spike. So anyway, like I said, Fix It With Biscuit has invited Gary and I to come out and pound on some hot metal. So I think we're going to do that in a week or two. And obviously, since he's a YouTuber and Gary and I are YouTubers, we will do some video with it. Is Corey a hipster? Corey does not live in Portland, so I don't know if he can technically be classified as a hipster. But I will let him answer that question on his own, because I would hate to I would hate to answer on his behalf. But I don't think so. He's not a hipster. He's just a normal guy like me. Richard, thanks for coming by. Richard is the Beard Time 16, and he is in England. So he is in the middle of the night for him. He has either stayed up late or gotten up early to join us, or he had to get up to use the restroom and decided just to check in. 1 a.m. in UK. Yeah, I think that's about right. It's kind of fun, this whole international deal. There's a couple of good guys over there. There's a couple of good guys over there in the UK that I follow. Richard and some other folks. Apparently, Big Boy DIY is taller than me. He's 6'7". He's 2 inches taller. He left a comment on my video, and man, we get Gary and Big Boy and I in a room together. There won't be any room left. Yeah, so apparently after Dave and Amanda's premiere video that's happening after my live stream, after their premiere is done, Prepsteader Bob has invited us all over to his place for an evening. So feel free just to walk in. You don't have to knock, just go in. Bob and Mrs. B are expecting us. You know I'm only joking, Bob. I would never do that to you. I would call first. Oh. Oh, yes. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're at the halfway point. So that's call out. Don't shoot first. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Richard, you should come by. If you come out here to the West Coast, um, Jay lives north of us a couple hours, or of me a couple hours, and Gary's a few hours south. And I just saw Ian said that his son is 6'4" and he's only 14 years old. Gary, did you see that? 14 and 6'4". How does that make you feel having a 12-year-old son who's 6 foot? Yeah, yeah. He's gonna bankrupt you guys in buying shoes. Yeah. Prep Setter Bob, careful. Our door is for your protection. Yeah. I can see that. You got a vicious, vicious attack dog. One biscuit, and I bet he would just melt. Just melt. Oh. This is my the Bearded Giant Motorsports hat. Got hats and t-shirts. But it's got me thinking, once this cold snap hits, I will have to get out and do some more riding and make some riding videos. Yeah. So the latest update, Dave and Amanda at the Bois Homestead are at 99. Can we get one more person to subscribe? Ian, has your 14-year-old son subscribed to Dave and Amanda's YouTube channel yet? He could get a little multicultural exposure there. He can learn how them Canadians do things. Did I say biscuit again? So Dave and Amanda at $9.99, and if we can convince Ian to have his son go subscribe, I think they'll hit it. Ooh, yes. Dave and Amanda, I challenge you for every 1,000 subscribers you get, you guys give us a quick little dance on one of your live streams. Maybe we can make this a thing. A thing. Oh, let's see. I talked about big cars and little people, Festools, Dave and Amanda. Yeah, Leanna will pick your dance music. She's pretty good at that. Corey over at Fisket with Biscuit. Take a look at his channel. He is a DIY garage guy, and if his content seems interesting, check him out. I'm not going to ask any of you guys, all joking aside, I'm not going to ask anyone to subscribe to another channel if you don't find what they do interesting. That's why do that if you're not going to watch? So yeah, but if you do, if there's something over there that you find interesting with Dave and Amanda or Corey at Fisket with Biscuit, check them out. There might be something for you. Yeah. So let's see. Oh. Oh yes, moon dance with moon shadows. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Oh, hopefully I don't get too much. 1,000! Woo! Woo! I am excited for you. You hit 1,000 during my live stream. That's really cool. So I was gonna show you guys this, but I'm too excited by Dave and Amanda hitting 1,000. That's really great. All right, so I last weekend framed in this window, and I framed in the outside too, but it's really nice now. I used to see daylight through the side there, and I would get a draft, but I know it's slightly warmer in here. And I have some cut pieces of steel. This is 1.5 by 1.5 inches. Those are 21 inches long. And I have some so there's a shop update. I usually do that kind of at the beginning, but whatever, that works. So yes, I see Richard at the Beard Time 16 is in the 800 range, and oh no. Oh, I got distracted. So Richard over at the Beard Time 16 is in the 800 range, and he is a small shop guy as well. Does crafting and making all sorts of things, from art, carving, woodworking, turning plastics. I know it's some of it's I've never done, so I find it very interesting. So check him out too. So oh, so should I do another yell for Dave and Amanda? Woohoo! Woo! Yeah, baby, you guys rock! You hit 1,000 subscribers tonight during my live stream, and I feel very honored. And there's rumor that you guys might do a moon dance for us on your next live stream, or a live stream soon. I don't want to tie you down, but you are gonna dance for us. Yeah. Got a little tickle in my throat. I hope I'm not coming down with something. Or maybe, just maybe my celebration yell got me a little bit there. Yeah. Let's see. How are we doing? How are we? How are we doing? Uh-oh. Are you still with me? I sure hope you are. Someone leave me a message to show that you're still with me, because I am spinning on my computer screen, and that does not bode well for this. Still with me? Okay. So yes, I did. Hey, Papa Truck Prepster, thanks for stopping by. Say hello to the folks in the room here. Welcome to the stream. So I was standing up just a minute ago, and I'm not sure how the video turned out. Sam, I don't know if he was making a joke about me setting the camera back down, but yes, I have cut some of the pieces for my flip table. I did that yesterday evening after Gary's live stream. So tonight, after Dave and Amanda's premiere, which is right after my live stream, link in the description, right after their premiere, I'm going to work on my flip table some more. And what I'm going to do is make the left and right sides and make them symmetrical, obviously. And then that will be the foundation or the basis to measure for the tabletop, the flipping portion. And I know I've shown some of you this before, but let's see. I'm using some pillow block bearings and a piece of half iron round bar that I picked up at the scrapyard. Nice little piece of bar, and I ground down the scale on the outside. But I'm basically going to use this a pillow block bearing on both ends and insert this, and it will rotate along that axis there and sandwich the two pieces of plywood over this. And so I pretty much have all the parts and pieces I need for the project. I just need to finish cutting it and assembling and welding it. So that's coming soon. That video will be coming out soon. Is Richard taking off for the night? Thanks for coming by, Richard. I really appreciate it. Good night. Sleep well. Yeah, it should flip nicely. And I'm going to use 4 of these in the 4 corners of the table. They're buckles. And they attach, and go this way or this way. But they will lock down when you turn this. It will lock it down, and I think that will give a very strong, stable platform to have 4 of these in the corner. So that way, day in, day out, this rod and pillow bearings will not be taking the full weight of the tools. And I think that will provide a nice, really stable surface for the tools. Because I've seen other flip-top tables where they use like just a pin or a dowel, sometimes a little lock that you might put on the inside of a bedroom door. And to me, that doesn't seem all that stable, like it would shudder ever so slightly under use. Where did I get these buckles? Sam, I pulled a Kevin with these buckles and I salvaged them off of, they're hasps used on flight cases for musical instruments. But I salvaged them off of a crate that was thrown out. I didn't the crate wasn't any good, but it had these buckles on them. And I think I gave 2 buckles to Gary and kept the rest for myself. But I have 4, which is enough for it was enough, 4 is enough for my project. Apparently Brandon Davis has a subscriber to his channel, and he doesn't even have any content. So whoever subscribed to his channel, thank you. Thank you for supporting Brandon. You salvage guys make it hard to copy you. Yes. Someday I hope to aspire to be a full Jedi Knight like Kevin. But I have a pretty good start on my inspirational collecting. I actually started inspirational collecting before I met Kevin. And part of that has to do with my father. He was a big-time inspirational collector. He would bring home all kinds of random stuff. Shutters from an old church. We had like 3 cast iron stoves in our carport at one point. So, yeah. One man's junk is another man's treasure. That is so true. Who throws away hardware like this? People who don't know the value of hardware like this. That's that's who throws this away. The wood was busted up, or else I would have taken the whole crate. So I've never watched this show, but hey Jennifer, thanks for stopping by. Are you sitting on the couch next to Brandon? I have not seen the show, but I've seen ads for the show where you start with an item of low dollar value, like maybe this pen, and the idea is to trade and barter that pen with someone else for something of greater value, because maybe they need a pen, but they don't need a box of paper clips or whatever. And you keep trading and trading and trading and trading until you end up with something nice, like maybe a truck or a trailer. But I think Kevin will just find the trailer abandoned, and he'll figure out a way to get it home and have have his own trailer. Yes, Kevin is the Yoda master. He comes up with some great stuff. A snowblower and an air compressor. So, an old Winnebago. You gotta be careful about those old Winnebagos around here. It's probably a family living in it. Unfortunately, our homeless population around here it's unfortunate we have a homeless problem, but it has manifested itself into people living in travel trailers and old RVs and even tents, like setting up tents under the underpass. And they move around the city. There is even a problem of people living on boats. We have the Columbia River and the Willamette River. I have a nail gun I'll trade for something cool. Yes. A red paper clip and work up to a house. Yeah, I think I haven't seen that show, but I've seen clips of it or ads for it. It's an interesting idea. And if anyone that I know could do that, it would be Kevin. Kevin could probably work out a deal where he could start with a red paper clip and end up with a house. Yeah, I'm flip-flopping back and forth. Jay from Almost Homestead, who lives north of us, uh, are yeah, they're living in motorhomes and tents and whatnot. Oh, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, there's even a homeless population on the river system out here. Uh, so we have the Columbia River, which separates Oregon from Washington, but we also have the Willamette River, which is a very good-sized river, very large river. And there's flotillas of people who have strapped boats and floating objects together and are living on this. And um, the problem has been is they're dumping their trash in the river, which is not cool. They need to take that to shore and dispose of it properly. But yeah, that pee in the river. Oh, yeah. Brandon knows a little something about rivers. He's a fisherman, but he also used to work with the city and their storm system, which sometimes it dumps into, well, it does dump into the river. Methville. Homemade pizza, bacon, pepperoni, mushroom. That all sounds good. Moving bus. So, Bob, well, I got you cornered. If you make it out here on your first run, I have promised to send back with you for Dave and Amanda a rocket stove. And I will either give them the rocket stove that I built and is in my video, or I will make one for them between now and then and send it home. I may even send one home with you, and you guys can have a rocket stove. Because who doesn't want a rocket stove? Yeah, hoarding. I inherited that. I'm not a hoarder. I am not a hoarder. I have a lot of stuff, and I drag a lot of stuff home. It's not quite a problem yet. But anyway, yeah, I inherited that from my father. He did that. So this August, when I'm out in Sturgis, I'm going to visit Kevin, and he and I can swap stories of bringing stuff home. Canadian pizza. Yeah. Well, we are getting close to the end. So I hear if you bribe the carrier with some goods and or services, he may transport for free, but we'll see. Yeah, so most of you know, some of you may not. Prepsteader Bob is in partnership with Big Family Homestead on a project called the Self-Reliant Roadshow. And they each have recently picked up a bus, and they are going to go out on the road and travel from homestead to homestead, and non-homestead people too, DIY folks, and they are going to visit and assist them with any project they may have. Of course, do some filming because they're YouTubers, and they're gonna make a trip across the U.S. They'll do it a few times, and it's kind of an exciting project. And I was joking and half serious about sending that rocket stove back. Bob has been saying that he may transport something from one homestead to the next if they need it. You know, if these folks here have a couple of rolls of fencing, and the next stop, they need to put up a fence. Then they will put up. Then Bob will bring that over to him because he's going to pull a trailer behind his bus with tools and supplies and all that. And so there was this idea a while ago about a boomerang box where one box got shipped to a person, and they put something in the box and they took something out of the box, and then they made a video on it, and they took that box and they sent it somewhere else, and they got the box and took an item out and put an item in and did it. So the kind of the joke is Prepsteader Bob's trailer is going to be a really big boomerang box where people will put something in his trailer and take something out. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Jen wants to go to the Black Hills. The Badlands. I highly recommend going. If you want to see 1 million motorcycles in a very small space, go at the end of July, beginning of August, and you won't be able to get anywhere. Any other time of the year is great. Well, I mean, yeah, here's my Sturgis t-shirt from 2000 when I went. And there's Deadwood, Custer, the city of Custer. On the way, there's Custer's Last Stand. Little Bighorn is on the way out there. And then when you're there, there's Mount Rushmore and Homestead Connections. That's a good idea. That's a good name for it, Bob. There's the Geronimo statue. There's game reserves and bison. Oh, Hot Springs. The town of Hot Springs, which is at the southern end of the Badlands. Crazy Horse. Yeah, sorry. The southern end of the Badlands is a town called Hot Springs. There's Hot Springs there. But next, on the edge of town, is a mammoth dig site, an active mammoth dig site. And they erected a really nice pole barn, let's say, a warehouse over the top of this dig site. So it is out of the weather, and they have it set up like a museum with catwalks going around. You actually can't get down into the dig, but you can walk these catwalks on a tour, and the guide will talk about the dig, and it's really cool. I mean, it's like dudes down there with little picks and paintbrushes and digging it up, and they talk about the wildlife there and blah, blah, blah. It's really good. I have come to the end of my hour, and I hate to do this to you, but I have to abruptly end because I want everyone to take the time to go over to Dave and Amanda at Bois Homestead and watch the premiere. A premiere is a released video that they have already filmed and edited, but has the chat feature of a live stream. So you can chat with each other while watching the premiere. It's really fun. So they're kicking off a month-long project, and this premiere is their kickoff for that. So if you have the time, go over and support them. Thank you all for joining me. Come again next week on Thursday at 4:30 Pacific time. Wednesday is Gary. Tuesday is Kevin over at Hope This Works. Fridays, I believe, are Bois Homestead live streams. Saturdays, Sam at Greenacre, and Sundays, of course, is Prepsteader Bob. Good night, everyone. Take care and peace out.